We have had the first marketing plan for the year 2008, which is in itself was a development step from our previous activities that wasn't structured against understanding the distribution chain, the value chain, and understanding how revenues should be made by licensees, what kind of customers, what is their behavior, what is triggering them. So basically we have also now undertaken the establishment of a sales and marketing function or commercial development function. It's called sales and marketing, and that is what we do in terms of understanding customers. We have focused on creating brands. We have focused on making positions that satisfy real needs, understanding customer needs in a more systematically way. And this has brought us into being able to talk to licensees at a completely different level than we were 2 years ago. Now we do not have a challenge going into major brand owners and present our products and discuss with them the business opportunity that we is offering. Whereas in the history period of 2006 and early 2007, we were easily forced into being able only to talk to converters, supplying brand owners, and have them to help us present to the brand owners because they were having a business relationship already. These converters are companies that either bottle or produce wet wipes or produce packaging services for a brand owner, which could be any major brand owner in, for example, household cleaning products. And now we don't have a challenge getting to talk to them and getting them to establish project relations with us that exploit and systematically develop our product into product offerings under their own focus with a potential, hopefully very strong revenue stream for us. In the energy area, we're very, very early in the marketing phase. So we do not have any strong externally directed focus at this time because we are still in building the business cases phase where the business case will be based on a source of material. I can give you an example. On a bioethanol production plant where you produce bioethanol, which is a similar energy source, there is a waste material coming out of such a bioethanol plant. That waste material can be converted into bio-crude oil that we could do. This business case is one that we are developing right now. And during this business case development, we need to establish what is a price of a plant, what is the core economics that you get out of that, what is the price of the oil, where can it be used, who's buying the oil, and what is the operational cost, how much energy does it use, and how much people does it require, and these kinds of. Once we've got that, then we will direct our attention or our marketing effort, and that's going to be based on personal selling. It's going to be presented at commercial fairs, and it's going to be a PR activity, and it's going to be also an activity directed against public decision makers, because the energy area is so politically hot area. Then you also need to have that arm. That's the kind of activity platform we're going to have there. So it's personal selling, PR, and commercial exhibitions, and then a public relation part aiming specifically at government officials, decision makers that consider this kind of energy source. We've done this in cooperation between the responsible for sales and marketing and the responsible for the technology area. Because what we found was that we really had a very strong portfolio of ideas, and also ideas that was developed a little further than just an intellectual idea. So an example could have been that these surfaces that were self-cleaning all of a sudden may also have had other properties like antimicrobial or better indoor climate or whatever kind of things. And from that we found that there was a need to steer both the commercial development to be able to market the product and the technology side by side. Because if the technology developed it, they develop it through their scientific skills in a way that they create repeatability, but they do not consider normally, is this better or worse than the competitor does? Is this cheaper or more expensive? What kind of value does it offer? And what kind of segmentation do we direct this effort to? So we had to establish a set of meetings where we could do both and make them focus on deliveries so that we get a better IPR protection and that we have a very clear understanding of what is it our segment, our need is to cover with this product innovation, and how are we going to document that to a potential licensee. And the licensee will in all cases be both a technical side and a commercial side. And if we only focused on one of them, we would have a longer decision pattern within the potential licensees, and we also have a bigger risk that it may not be attractive. It is for many companies often the case that marketing and R&D not battle, but at least have views that are a little bit in contradiction of what is interesting in terms of customer need. It is difficult for us to predict. We have 3 issues that we are struggling with. One is to understand the value chain really effectively for a product that doesn't have a market standard. What kind of margins does a retailer claim on this kind of product? Does it vary from country to country? What kind of handling fees are there for handling the goods from the brand owner out to the retailers? What is the retailer's gross margin demand on a product like this? And what is the converting cost of a product depending on what the configuration from the... So it is difficult for us to predict because the only given we really have when we start looking at this is we know what the raw materials cost, and we have an idea of what kind of license fees we would like. On top of this, we naturally have the quantity dimension. How much of this can this given licensee sell, and when? So therefore, it is really difficult for us to predict the revenue stream when talking to a licensees, and it easily comes into very macro models like calculating the number of households and their reachability and how many % you get, which are not really that strong forecast models in terms of having really predictability.